Seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to Hannah's Backyard. Today is week number 4 in the garden, so I'm really excited to show you the progress. Things are really starting to go. Things are jamming. So with that being said, I am having a little combat with potato bugs. I have a little clip of a video that I'll put in this one to show you guys what I've been doing to battle them, combat them. I don't know why I'm using those kind of terms, but that's how I feel, like I'm fighting these potato bugs. But anyway, I'm all organic here. I haven't used any chemicals, nothing to put on it, but I'll show you what I have been doing. Otherwise, vacuuming my potato bugs. You can, I don't know if you can see them in there. Oh, wait. Look at them all. So I bought this Milwaukee M18 vacuum, and it's actually working pretty well. This is the third time I've vacuumed potato bugs. I got a thistle in my foot. It is better than hand picking by far, and so it's gonna be hard to see it, but there's one of the larvae on there, the red thing, and I just come over and suck it up. Otherwise, everything else is looking really good. I weeded the garden pretty well yesterday. I was out here for about 3 hours. The only thing I missed, well, I didn't miss it, I just stopped because the ground was so hard, was up by the onions, the carrots, just in the very front area. The reason being, things have been so hot and dry this week. We've had no rain, and like just bacon temps, like we're up in the 90s. So I really hardened the ground up. So I'll include a clip of this too. I put the sprinkler on. A little bit of watering today. Not a big fan of using a sprinkler, but we've had a week of 80, mid 80s, upper 90s temps. So the soil was really starting to dry out. So today I just started, I got my sprinkler out that I haven't used in probably 8 years, 6 years, I don't even know. But watered that section. Now we're on this section and I'm just getting ready to move it down. Basically doing an hour each time. It's not really giving it a lot of water, but it's giving it something. So on to the next section. It really needed a drink, and I didn't have enough time to stand there and hand water everything. So I just used a sprinkler. Things look like they kind of enjoyed it, so I might actually do it again tonight and just get this ground a little bit softer. So otherwise, everything's looking really great this week. I'm, like I said, excited to show you the progress and have you guys come along. I am going to ask that you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're liking this content. And yeah, come along, keep following along with the garden this year. I think this is going to be one of my better ones. Oh, another thing, I've been harvesting cabbage like crazy, and I will include a video of this. I had a very exciting my garden, and check out what I found. A purple cauliflower, and I think I really want to pick it. I think it looks good. Oh my gosh. That's a little update. And you guys, I had a purple cauliflower, and it was ready. Perfect timing. I don't know how. The other ones are just tiny little heads, and this one was completely ready. So I was really excited about that. We cooked it up right away. Still purple, and when you cooked it, and it tasted really good, just like a regular old cauliflower. So, but that's about it for the day. for me talking anyway, so come along and check out the garden. Okay, so we're gonna start from the back and work our way up to the front. You know, I'm a little sad I put that arbor in and I haven't even been using my gate, but isn't that pretty? So anyway, here we are. The zinnias are really starting to grow. My seed sowing wasn't the greatest, so I'm a little bit, there's some there. Those are the double white ones, and these are the Will Rogers. So I was actually thinking of digging a couple up. I don't want to disturb the roots, but you know, they're so close together here that I could, you know, fill in that gap. But we'll see. My tomatillo here is huge, just growing like crazy. I don't know, I should maybe prune this like I would my tomatoes. If anybody knows anything about pruning tomatillos, let me know, because I don't know. I got some bugs on there. Yeah. So, cucumbers. This year I have had the worst luck with cucumbers. I'm not sure why. I'm thinking it's because it's so dry. But here we are. There's this little stalk here, and you can see how it's broken. And it looked like it was dying. And then, well, you can see I lost that one little cucumber, but man, it like popped right back up. So I'm not sure if it's gonna actually live or not. And there, I think because I put it out here, it didn't get, I didn't harden it off, so I think that's why it looks the way it does. So this one, I started from seed, it's starting to grow, and that somehow got popped off, but I just kind of reburied it, and it's doing okay. These, same thing, they just kind of got a little crispy when I transplanted them because I didn't harden them off right. So this is a lesson for you guys. Harden them off if you're going to start them inside. Otherwise, for me, my lesson is do not start them inside next year because I just don't do well that way. This one's doing pretty good. Oh, that is that one. There's this one here. That's just a little one. Coming up on its own. Okay, so since I was here last week, since we updated, this is the one pickler I have. I started more seeds, lots of seeds. Nothing else came up besides this one here, and there it is. And then I still got impatient, so I went and bought a Boston pickler. I want something to grow. So there's that. And these are my peppers. This is the Caballero, I want to say is how you say it, which is kind of like the Poblano. You can tell that I did not top these peppers. They're getting very tall compared to the ones that I did top. And here are, I think, Anaheims. Oh goodness, the tags are gone. I'm not sure. And then the Durangos. These are really a nice looking pepper plant. I'm kind of enjoying them. Can't wait to actually start getting peppers because I am missing them from my diet. I do have some frozen ones that we've still been eating. So here, as you know, I had 8 cabbages. We're down to 4. I put another one in there. That is a collard green. This is also a collard green. I had them in a pot over by my chickens, but they weren't growing because they were root bound. And then there is another cabbage. Those are that one, and this one came from the winter sowing. Dinosaur kale is finally starting to do something, and not getting eaten up. I've started taking some of the bad leaves off and feeding them to my chickens. This one too. The mystery tomato plant, I gave that a good prune yesterday. Still thinking it's probably going to be aroma. And here is the other tomatillo. It's a big old bush. And I am dealing with bugs on that one as well. So, and here we are with the big old pumpkin mess. I don't know why I have 6 plants on here. Well, I'll tell you why. Because just like the cucumbers, I was freaking out thinking nothing was going to come up. And apparently these seeds were really good. And here we are. So this is going to be insane because they're growing inches a day. Tomato alley. This is the black crims on this side. Those 4 black crims. This is a beefsteak. And they're looking really good. I've been pruning them considerably a lot. And weaving. I did have to strap them up with Velcro one time. And from there, they have been climbing. My dog. This is the Hartman's Yellow. and this one's got 2 liters on it. You know, I watched a couple videos on how to do that, and unintentionally, I did it. So I'm kind of excited to see how it goes. And now it's just keeping up with this. This thing is a cherry, so it grows extremely fast, just like all the other cherries. This one is supposed to be, you know, I can't read it anymore. A honeycomb. And I thought they were a cherry tomato, but that looks kind of large to be a cherry tomato. So there's that one. And then here's the 2 San Marzanos. They're also doing very nicely. And then the Get Stuffed, which is my one I really want to grow, and it's growing. It's just a little bit slow going. Okay, now over here we have the California Wonders. You can tell the ones that I topped, the set, these ones are not. These ones were topped, those ones were not. So when you come in and see the height difference, so I'm thinking what happens is obviously the plant doesn't just keep going up, it starts bushing out. So I'm actually getting some little peppers on there, and they'll get there eventually. Sunflowers, they are now almost up to my hip, which isn't all that tall, I guess. So I have summer squash here. This is probably a straight neck. That's what it looks like to me. And I got a little one there and another one here. Same reason, I wanted something to grow. And here I went crazy and I just put in all the seeds because nothing was happening. So I am gonna have to thin this because now all of a sudden things are happening. But this is gonna be another golden zucchini, I believe, like last year. The whole plant was golden like that. And I think this is gonna be the gray zucchini like last year also. So yeah, this is the cauliflower. There is nothing else really to show you right now. All the heads are just so small. Here we are by the corn. Look at how terrible this germination was. I had 104 seeds put in here, and I only have 46. So terrible germination this year. Same company I always get my seeds from. Not sure exactly what was going on with that. Celery, that's looking great. Look at that. It's actually looking like celery. And Martino's Roma, that plant's doing very well. Now, I know that one of these is a cayenne and one of these is a paprika. I'm not quite sure which is which yet, but they'll be easy to tell once they do come up. Jalapenos are over here, and then these, man, I'm irritated here. You know, I don't even know why I bother putting these tags in the ground. I'm gonna just throw them away because, I don't know, I'll have to go back and watch my videos to find out what they are. But here, going back to the tomatoes, look how thick my stalks are. Finally, things are starting to get some growth to them. And here, I have to show you these. They look kind of like weeds, but they're not. I had a client give me these. These are seeds from Greece. She called them blita, which amaranth, I think is what it's called. But yeah, these came all the way from Greece, and so she gave me some seedlings, and so I put them right here by the corn because I believe they get tall. She said they're a really good plant, but here in the US we treat them like weeds. She said if you don't want them to come back, make sure you pick them before they seed. Otherwise, let one seed, keep the seeds so you can continue on with the plants from Greece. So I'm excited about those. Something fun, something different. Red cabbage. I've picked spider web. 2 of these. This is also a collard green, taking the place of it. Kale, blacktail mountain watermelon. Watermelon. It's really starting to. Oh, I have the hiccups. It's doing its job. It's coming up. And oh man, I got spider webs all over me. This is the petite yellow. Yeah. that's doing really good. So I'm really hoping I'm glad I'm getting more of these, or that they're growing better, honestly, right now, because they were so good last year, and I only got a couple. The dill is really tall and about ready to head, so I'm gonna actually pick some of, down below parts of it and then dry it, so when I do get cucumbers, I can actually make some pickles. I put a cinnamon basil in there. I gotta trim it up a bit. It's flowering, but it came from the greenhouse that way. And the butterscotch squash, I literally only have the one. I've put in multiple seeds in here too. Nothing has came up, so at least I have one to work with. But I'm starting to wonder if it's a bush variety, because it doesn't seem to be vining. It's just getting bushier, which would suck to have that right there. And honey nut squash, that's doing well. And I have a whole bunch of new ones coming up too. The cannas, they've really popped up, and they're starting to really grow now. I feel like it might shade these out a little bit too much, because I have sunflowers over here and cosmos, so they're gonna get tall, but I'm hoping these plants can get up on the trellis before those things get a little bit taller. This tomato here, I am going to have to strap that up to something. More sunflowers, those are the red suns. Amish paste tomatoes, they're doing really well. This is the Polish Lingaisa, Polish Lingaisa. That one's looking really good. The rest are Amish paste. And these are the mortgage lifters with a beefsteak on one end or the other. I have another collard green. I had 4 all together. I had a plant, the Romanesco, that it died. We had really strong winds, knocked it over, broke the stem, and it died. So I put the collard green there. Broccoli, I got some heads. Oh yeah, my netting got blown off, so it's off. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I don't have, the Romanescos aren't doing anything yet, which is okay. I did have to pick this head of broccoli and give it to the chickens. It bolted. And I'm not surprised with the 90-degree weather we've been having. It's just been too hot. And I started those the same time I started my cauliflower. They were put in the ground in April, or yeah, the last week of April, I think. So it's nothing I did wrong. So there's that, and then another Romanesco. The sunflowers that came up on their own, I'm thinking they're the Pro White. And this is the area I haven't weeded yet. You'll be able to see. So the onions, carrots, my terrible germinating carrots I got like 10. It is what it is. I'm not even going to worry about it this year. I'll buy carrots if I want more. Summer squash, same thing. I put a whole bunch there. Now I got 3, so that'll be fine. I planted lettuce here, which is why I haven't weeded it. But I also apparently planted cannas and forgot about it. So that's really nice. I should write things down if I'm going to continue to do it. I pulled my kohlrabis out, ate them. They were super good. So now I put flat leaf parsley here, and then I have Swiss chard that was also in a pot, not doing well. I'm not sure if it's going to actually take. I kind of got a small ball of roots instead of taking more. I was like, oh, that's good enough. And yeah, I don't know if it really was. So we'll see. I really hope this does grow though, because I would like to have Swiss chard. Never grew it before. So yeah, here's the mess I have to figure out. I have to weed. Isaac, get out. I have the Merlot lettuce coming up right there. I did plant other lettuce in here, but I'm not seeing anything. Seed packets are super old, so I'm assuming that would be why. So I think what I'm going to do is just run a hole through this. I'll keep my row of Merlot lettuce. And yeah. So Brussels sprouts. They are starting to get little sprouts. Isa, out. Isa, out. Get out. Get out. Flowering kale. It's okay. I definitely have to weed around it. And then the Rega Jack. This stuff's getting huge. I didn't realize really how big it gets. So yeah, weedy mess. I'll have to fix that. And I did start another row of carrots. And nothing, guys. And I watered it daily. And still nothing. So I am not impressed with the Easy Sow carrot seeds. It's the first year I've used them. And bad success. This is a freebie that just popped up, and it just kind of ended up being in the right spot. Oh, on the other end, there's one also. Left it. So, I don't know. We'll see. I should probably cage it, but my garlic, lesson learned, I will heavily fertilize where I plant this fall. Probably the same spot, but I'm going to pull everything up. I'm going to put a big layer of manure down, compost manure. I am starting to get scapes on here, as you can see there. So they're moving along. And I finally weeded this area. I know I kept talking about it for weeks on end, and here we are. Everything's weeded. So you can see my herbs. Everything in here is a little bit on the yellow side. Besides the bee balm, that's doing well. So I'm not really sure. I just have a feeling it's something with the mulch. I don't know. I've never used mulch like this around my plants. Last year I used the cocoa bean mulch, and I couldn't find it this year. Couldn't buy it if I wanted to. I found it nowhere. So this is what I decided to use. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it or not. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully next year it'll be better. My little zinnia actually did come back. It got frosted pretty good, and this one too is also coming back. My echinacea is finally starting to get a little bit bigger. I didn't know they were such a slow plant. Bee balm or lemon balm, maybe. Lemon balm, my bad. Lemon balm. Italian oregano. Greek oregano. Is that like ground cover? Like, why is it always so low? Smells good. I had a client give me this. It's columbine. Not doing very well here. Yeah, she had it in sand. Basil, sweet marjoram, but you see how yellow that is? I'm not happy about it. Basil, mojito mint, which that's looking good. Mint seems to do fine no matter where you put it. Sage, I did buy. I have this one started, tiny little thing, and it's finally starting to go. But this one was much bigger, and now, I don't know, it's like stagnant. English thyme, doing well. Greek oregano, it's okay. The mint, oh my gosh, yeah, that's doing really well. I've been making some sun tea with mint. Oh, so good. And then cut all my chives. This basil's doing okay here. Geranium is kind of popping back up. This is the jungle. We're about ready to start flowering. Like everything. Oh, there's a hummingbird. Oh, it's up by the house. I have to refill my hummingbird feeders. Poor thing. So yeah, my rose here is starting to climb really well. And this one over here actually flowered. That's pretty. So yeah, this is just a massive jungle. This is gonna have to get separated next year, split off. And I have a humongous mess of strawberries. And I'm getting quite a few. I've picked a couple bowls already. So yeah, they're producing really well this year. Way better than my 3 a day, that I was doing last year. And I never did get to mulch this, so I'm a little disappointed about that. But the grass is coming through there. But I've been weeding it. It's coming together okay. So there you go. Now let's go back by the potatoes. Okay, so here we are back by the potatoes. I have been vacuuming. Like I said, I will add a clip of that. It's holding them at bay, but as you can see, these are the larvae. They're just coming out in full force right now. And they're starting to cause a little bit of damage to my plants. I'm not the happiest about it. But I was hand picking, and now I'm vacuuming because I literally cannot pick that many. But if I just do it daily, it should be okay. And I should actually be able to get a harvest. Last year they were way worse, and I still got a harvest. So I'm definitely hoping to keep on top of that. Comfrey, it's doing its thing. It got blown around a little bit in that really strong wind. I did put more corn here. You can see it coming up. Same thing though, just terrible germination. I'd say, well, I can't say half my seeds, but maybe. I mean, maybe, just like the front bed, but at least I have plenty of corn still in the pantry. So this will be, you know, we could eat it fresh. And then I can buy corn to can if I need more. It's not a big deal, I guess. I like growing everything myself, but and I did weed this, but really quickly. Cantaloupe, starting to do pretty decent. Considering this has never had water on it until last night, unless it rained. I think it's doing pretty good. Honeydew, my Miss Mars, I do have a couple, 2, 3 coming up. Nothing's coming up on that one. In between here, I had cilantro. That's why it's not weeded. I see a couple coming up there, but that's about it. I don't know. So, bad germination this year for a little bit of everything. But there you go. That is the garden tour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, I picked the best days for garden tours. Not a cloud in the sky. Another beautiful, beautiful morning. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And, oh, there's a hawk. You can't see him, or it's some, I don't know what it is. Falcon or something. I'm sure you couldn't see him on the camera. Oh, he's right on the tree line. Neat. Sorry you guys if you couldn't see it, but anyway, have a great one, guys, and we will see you next week.